Good evening and welcome to Gator's Garage, the home of all things historical and miniature gaming in and around the great city of Savannah, Georgia. I'm your host, Mike Baker, the Gator, and we have with us tonight, of course, our friend Randy. Say hi to the folks, Randy.
Hey everybody.
There we go. And it's the Mike and Randy show. We have uh, we have good news and we have bad news. Good news is, if you can't tell already, I have a new headset. Turned out that
Yes.
does it sound pretty good, Randy?
Yeah, excellent.
Fantastic. So, see, I listen to you, the viewers. So, let this be a lesson. You want to see something on the channel, just speak up, make a comment. We listen. Now, Randy, on the other hand, left his kit somewhere where he was gaming and has not managed to recover it yet. So, he's on his cell phone. But I've got to say, Randy, for being on a cell phone, the sound quality, video quality is pretty solid. So, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yep. It's just a little challenging to actually see what I'm supposed to be looking at here.
Right.
As you see, I got magnifier. I don't wear glasses. I do wear glasses. I just don't wear them. But these are magnifiers. They're 3.5, so I can see what's on my phone this way.
In some circles we call those BCGs, birth
Yeah.
control glasses. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. I actually wear glasses myself, but they're more for distance. They tried to put me in bifocals, and I was like, my mind just couldn't get around that. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. So there we go. Well,
Yeah.
welcome guys. Before we get too deep in, you know the drill. Click a like, click a share, subscribe if you haven't, because we have a pretty interesting channel. Make sure to click to get the updates. If you haven't, if this is your first watch, go back and watch them all because they're fun. We cover
Yep.
everything from there we go, bolt action, black powder, and just honestly whatever happens to cross my desk or Randy's desk. Randy's got his own channel, what, Bolt Action 1944, right?
That's right. Yep.
There we go. And let me tell you, Randy puts on a good channel too. So absolutely check him out. He's a lot of fun. We tend to tag team with each other. Got a couple of things we're covering tonight. First, Randy did the crazy thing. At least it seemed crazy at the time. He said he looked at the special army rules and he's like, "What happens if we take Rangers and we put them on horseback? How much fun would that be?" Now, before we get too deep into this, I do have to say, you do remember actually, it was special forces that rode into Afghanistan and rode with the Northern Alliance.
Yeah.
But, our guys do whatever they have to do. Now, the two units that I'm showing here are the 6th Ranger Battalion, which actually served in the Pacific, and of course the Philippine Scouts, who Randy has in his army list. And Randy, whatever possessed you to put these two together?
So yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna blame Bo because I was watching one of their broadcasts, and one of his guys on there was like, "Well, this is I put this together with the Rangers, and then you take a headquarters unit and you give them horses because you can do that." And I'm like, "Wow, that's really cool." I mean,
So Bo Mortensen, not the first time we blame something on him. I like it. So wow, because you can do that.
yeah,
Now, for the record, yes, we do know that the Rangers never, ever, ever rode horses in World War II.
right.
But, but this is the beauty of wargaming. You can say, hold my beer and watch this.
Yeah. So uh, straight
Tell us
out of the
about it.
straight out of the armies of the United States, at the beginning of the headquarters section, it says, uh, if your two compulsory units are Philippine Scouts upgraded to cavalry, any of your HQ units may also be equipped with horses. And since you can make your headquarters unit Rangers, you can double up on that and make them horseback mounted Rangers, which means at the beginning of the game, they get a free 18-inch run,
Jeez
which is
Louise.
insane.
Wow. And
And,
when
and,
your average table is going to be 48 by 72.
yeah. So here we are, headquarters unit. I got 6 guys because you can build them up, your headquarters up to 6 men.
Right.
Um, you could go bigger if you take, I think, Marines, but then you don't get the free Ranger runs. And that's the whole idea behind
Okay.
running with horses. And so I gave them all submachine guns because more than likely they're going to dismount once they get where they're going, and then
Right.
they're going to have, because they can't use their submachine guns on horseback. They all have pistols.
Right.
So, but they're there. So once they get off, they can do some damage. Um,
I don't see, and I'm pulling your army list up again real quick, but I don't see the ranger rule attached to the scouts. So I see it attached to the headquarters, but I don't see it attached to the scouts. I
yeah.
promise I'm not trying to play gotcha or anything.
So the scouts can't be made rangers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on horses, but because they can't upgrade to veteran, they can't be made rangers.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a bummer. But
Yeah.
hey,
Can't have everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right. So yeah, because the scouts, I did a quick read, and I think they did like one of the last cavalry charges in U.S. Army history, fighting the Japanese in the Philippines. And just to say, if you ever want to really do some interesting reading, read about the fighting in the Philippines, both in 41 and in 44, 45. The fighting from Manila was some of the most vicious urban combat of the war. And so, yeah, very interesting theater of operations. Go ahead. I don't mean to steal your thunder there.
Yeah. So what also prompted me to come up with this idea is I'm going to a recon tournament in Columbus, and one of the special rules is you're not allowed to take any vehicles whatsoever. No transports, no armor. You're only allowed one rifle platoon and one heavy weapons platoon. That's all you're allowed to take, and it's 750 points. So I'm like, well, wow, if I put these guys on horseback, that's like having them in vehicles because they're going to get to just run all over the board.
Now again, the Ranger squad doesn't get the horses, just the 2 cavalry units.
Yeah. So the headquarters Rangers will get horses, and of course the 2 Philippine Scouts. And then we got 2 squads of regular Rangers, and I think one has a light machine gun and one has a BAR.
That's right.
Squads.
Yep.
Just because it's the way the points worked out, but they'll get their free run move. It just won't be but 12 inches.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I like it. And you even said, I mean, we don't have a record that the Rangers fought alongside the Philippine Scouts, but as far as Army lists go, and as far as, what ifs, this is something that theoretically could have happened.
I
honestly, gotta love it.
I could see the headquarters getting horses to be more mobile, not necessarily the Ranger squads themselves,
Right.
but the headquarters unit, I could see them being put on horses to
Sure.
run around.
I mean, you could come up with a really cool backstory that the headquarters, the company commander had grown up on horseback, and first opportunity he had, he put his command squad on horseback. Of course, the guys that had to go with him weren't happy with that, but
Teddy Roosevelt.
George Patton.
Yeah.
Old cavalry guy. Yeah. Played polo with in the interwar period. I want to say that he played polo with the Saudis.
Yeah.
As part of an exchange officer. So yeah, that's I really like it. So it's really cool. The more I looked at this list, the more I was like, this thing not only works from a technical standpoint, but it really works from a storytelling standpoint. And for me, that's always the thing when I put a list together is, could this have happened? What kind of story could you come up with? And I just love it. Go ahead. Here's your heavy weapons.
So the cheese gets a little deeper here. So I've got a heavy weapons platoon. I got 2 medium machine gun teams.
Right.
But I made them Rangers, so they're going to get a free run move before the game starts.
Nice.
Which also means that I'll be able to put them in a good firing lane depending on where the enemy's located.
Because that's a free move, so you're going to literally be able to run up, drop that thing down, and then be ready to pull that first dice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And if, in such a case, let's say it ends up getting deployed and the guy brings on his tank and puts it on the other side of it, well, now I get a chance to run away from that tank.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. Or even if he comes on and shoots at you, you can go down. Okay.
Yeah,
So he suppressed your machine gun for a turn. Well, you tied his tank up for a turn.
yeah,
I'll trade a tank for a machine gun every day. So
yeah,
not bad. I noticed that your officer is not a ranger. Is that right?
yeah. He's not.
Okay.
Just didn't have the points. Would have been kind of cool if I could have made him. Um,
Yeah.
and actually, well, see, that's a different platoon, so you can't give him horses.
No.
I could
No.
have made him ranger though.
Yeah. And that's one of the that is one of the biggest holes in the bolt action system is your officers should really have to be the same whatever level is your guys. If your
Yeah,
guys are rangers, then your officer should have to be ranger because there's really the reality is, and this is one that's just beyond the pale. There's no way in Yuma that a inexperienced officer would have been leading rangers. Just no.
yeah,
But
yeah,
again, we play to the points. We play to the game. It's one of those things we do enjoy is doing economy of force builds is it's its own fun. So that's pretty cool. All right.
Let's see. I think I've got a couple light mortars here too.
You do. Check
I
that out.
do.
Yep.
Yep. Inexperienced.
Sure.
I can't build a list without light mortars.
No, I don't think anybody can. Yeah.
And a good thing about the Americans is they're 3-man.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I actually pulled these off of one of the. It's actually the airborne.
Airborne. Yep.
Yeah, where it's a
Yeah.
two man mortar team, and I think a
Hmm.
2-man bazooka team. So the
Yeah.
light mortar is actually a 3-man team.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, 3 soldiers. Okay. All right. Um, just a couple of. I had a question flip through my mind. You can't the horses for the Philippines.
Hmm.
You can't use them to carry any other equipment or gear or anything, can you? You
Well, they
can't.
can.
Can you detach them and use them as pack animals?
No, no.
Okay.
Once you dismount, they just run away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm having to get mounted and dismounted troops to do
Mm,
this.
that's one of the things about miniature wargaming with mounted and dismounted cavalry. It is literally as expensive as building cavalry used to be. It's twice as much. You've got to buy
Yep.
the cavalry figures, and then you've got to buy the infantry. So, man, Randy, I can't wait to see how you do. I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a blast. I know I'm going to have fun running this.
Gosh, yes. Probably one of the most probably one of the most interesting lists from my perspective, or that I would be interested to run
Yeah.
that I've seen you put together. And I may have to borrow this list from you at some point and run it because it just looks like so darn much fun.
It does.
Yeah, it's been ages since I put Cav on the field in World War II. I've ran some Russian cavalry in squad leader. Surprise there, right?
Yep.
I've never run cavalry in Flames of War or Bolt Action, although I would love to. I've always wanted to do like a Russian cavalry unit in Flames of War because they get to,
Cossacks.
yeah, because you get both. You get the cavalry and you get the armor, and there's just
Mm.
that combination just seems kind of wicked cool. So,
Well,
and
I have
go
a
ahead.
1250 version of this list.
Oh boy,
Yeah, imagine that.
yeah,
So it has all kinds of extra goodies.
like it a lot. Yeah, best of luck with this. Cannot wait to see it. If y'all want to see this, it'll be over on our Patreon behind the paywall. So
Yep.
$5 a month, and you can support the channel and see all the army lists that me and Randy cook up and bother people with. So there you go. That's really great. So the other thing that dropped today, and Randy and I were commiserating of this, I mean talking about this, was more intel about the armies of the Soviet Union, 3rd
Yep.
edition. Weird and wonderful. I tell you what I think's going on, Randy. Of course, Conflict 47 is due to drop, and it's full of all kind of weirdness. And
Yeah.
of course, we'll have the starter kit for that, and I'm debating what other units to maybe bring in, depending on demand. But I think the bolt action guys are getting a little jealous, and so they were like, "Well, Conflict 47 is not the only bolt action game with weird stuff," so they decided to break this out. First thing they show us is the Aerosan, which you were so excited about.
I'm like, what the heck is this thing? It looks
Had you?
like something that they scrape the ice at the hockey game with.
Zamboni.
Yeah.
Zamboni with a machine gun. Yeah. So had you
Yeah.
heard of the Aerosan before you saw it here in the
No,
book? So yeah,
never.
my first exposure to the Aerosan was supplemental counters and a supplement that was done for Panzer Leader. So that's way back. And to your point, I never put them on the table. I think they were rated with as either infantry or I think mostly they were rated as infantry. Um,
Hmm.
since this, you're going to see this unit if somebody's doing a dedicated, it's early, mid, late war. You're going to see this unit if somebody's doing a dedicated Barbarossa campaign. And I gotta say, and I know you and I are working on doing some reviews and some scenarios around the Battle of the Bulge campaign book. And there's another book that Warlord has come out with as part of version 3 that talks about campaigns. But this is kind of a nod toward the guys that they want to build the quirky units, or they want to they want to play that winter campaign. I mean, if you're running a winter campaign on the environs of Stalingrad, or even anywhere early war, mid war, you got to have one or two of these things just to bother the Germans, because it's everybody else is slowed down by the snow except for this guy. Treated as a wheeled vehicle moving over open ground, can't pass through obstacles, and it's open topped. But it is armored, which is kind of funny, with a light machine gun. So you got a 50-point light machine gun you can use in snow. Not bad. Not bad. Basically, it's the Russian version of the swamp buggy. All right.
Frozen swamp.
Yeah, there we go. So the other one we had that was worth talking about was the Tractor Factory T-34. And you and I were kind of debating on this. So you said you wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, even at 140 points.
No. The first two. Have you got a slide on this, Mike?
I do.
Let's take a look at that.
Well, it's just a standard T-34. Or you want to see the stats on it?
Yeah, the three options you have for
they're up there. So you've got special rules, no optics, main gun suffers additional -1 to hit modifier.
Yeah, that sucks. You're already inexperienced. Now you're gonna throw another -1 on top of it.
Okay, good point.
Holy crap!
Yeah. But mind you, it is still 16 points cheaper than an inexperienced T-34. So
yeah,
there you go. Hastily repaired. Some knocked out T-34s were towed back. So if it takes superficial damage, no, you're going to take it as full damage. And so definitely patched together.
Yeah.
And then the factory worker crew. And this is historical. Some of the factory workers, especially around Stalingrad, man, they climbed in the tanks and drove them into battle. So they need pass an order test to perform any action, even if it has no pin markers. So
yeah, that part's not too bad. I think that option you could live with, especially if you had a company commander.
Right.
Pins.
Right.
Order tests and pins wouldn't matter.
Right. And I think I get what they're trying to capture here. You really should have almost had a two variants, or maybe be able to pick which of these you want to take and how many points off it would come from the inexperienced tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that this really might do well is holding objectives.
Yeah.
Because it's a 9 armor tank. You just park it on an objective and say, okay, here it is.
Well, and a smart commander, and I can tell you from having run tank forces that are somehow hamstrung with communications. You're very careful. Like I ran the French counterstroke at Stone and squad leader, and they've got a rule where you can only move a number of tanks equal to the roll of a D6. Okay. So I was very careful where I placed those tanks. So to your point, you put this tank on an objective, you put him on ambush, and you leave him there.
Mm-hmm.
And now I guess he would need the order test to go on ambush, right?
Yeah.
But once he's on ambush, he's on ambush.
No more order tests now.
Right. And you've got the turret-mounted medium anti-tank gun, and you got the coax MG and a forward-facing hull MG. So no order test, he can engage up to 2 targets that are trying to move in on the objective. And it's 9+ to kill.
So what that would do is, if he's on ambush,
right,
he would be a 4 to hit a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Even with any experience, because it starts at 3.
Yep.
As long as you can avoid taking pins. Which,
right.
You have to hit it with something that can damage a 9 armor. So that means light autocannons wouldn't pin it.
No, in the new rules now, as I remember.
Oh, it has to be veteran.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. See, look at that. I've been reading my rule book and paying attention. Look at that. There's hope for me. So, yeah, I'll be right honest. If I was running the Ruskies, I would run this, if nothing else, just for the fun of it. Especially,
you could bring 4 of them.
You know what you do? If you're in a hurry and you're playing in a tournament, you just slap some T-34s together.
Oh God, they would freak out if you had 5 T-34s on your thing. Before they found out they were inexperienced, they'd be like, "Oh my God!"
Well, not only that, I think everybody, of course, scrambles to have their stuff painted, right, for tournament. Yeah. Well, honestly, if I was a Russian player and I didn't have time to paint my T-34s, this is what I would do. And then if anybody said, "Well, your stuff's not painted," it's a tractor T-34. What do you want?
They didn't have time to paint it coming out of the factory. They just shoved it out into the battle.
I heard the stories in Stalingrad of bare naked tanks just going right into combat. So yeah, I love it. Again, really good storytelling element with this. And this one could be one that could show up in a tournament. And to your point, 5 of these, inexperienced or not, trouble or not, they're going to be trouble and a little hard to handle.
Yeah.
Like it. Okay. So let's see. And of course, that's what it looks like. And like I was saying, one person, I read an article years ago, said the T-34 was probably the best tank in the world in 1940. And that is absolutely true. And what a manly looking tank. I mean, grab tanks look sexy. They're all curvy and everything. Tanks just look manly. And the Russian armor, especially the T-34, absolutely manly. So yeah, really cool. Next one is this, the Molotov Launcher, Ampulomet.
Yep.
And it's a 3-man team and 24-inch range, HE2, but on a 6, you set a vehicle on fire.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So comes in at 28 inexperienced, 40 regular, 52 veteran. Probably take it as regular if I took it at all.
Yep.
What do you think? Still not sold on it?
No, the only problem with it is it's 24-inch weapon, and it's only 2. Was it 2 men or 3 men?
It's a 3-man crew, so it's got a little bit of a meat shield there.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to be in rifle range, so
yeah, not lasting long.
You're going to get hit, especially, because it's dangerous to vehicles, and really 2-inch HE, it's dangerous to infantry.
Right.
So it's not a light mortar. So
yeah, so 4+ to hit. Yeah, wow. Again, I think it'd be kind of fun to throw it in. You made a comment when we were briefing, and you're right. Some of these weapons, this one, the ATR, even the light mortar, I really wish they would let you take them as a heavy weapon option in a squad.
Yeah.
Because then the weapon becomes much more effective.
Yep. Yeah, this would be nasty in a squad because it can't be shot off the table.
Right. All of them. ATR can't be shot off the table.
So
Yeah.
the airborne British airborne now they get a light mortar in the squad.
No, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay. That is good. And that's in the New Armies of Great Britain book.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So something else. You're finding some things to like about that book.
yeah,
Um, there it's got some. It sounds like it's got some give backs. Man, a squad with a light mortar in it. Yes, please.
yeah. I'm
Especially.
going to a tournament this weekend with an army I built out of the armies of
Yeah. Yeah.
something new.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how it does.
And in playtesting, you've had some pretty good success with it.
Yeah, yeah. It's been really good.
I'm
So
really,
I'm
really
excited.
I'm really looking forward to it. That'll be on our show next week, folks. So if you
Yeah,
want to see what Randy ran and how he did, and of course, Randy, I'm going to poke you and say, get us some pictures, brother.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna.
And we'll try and put
Of
him in the video.
course, I don't have my camera out of the laptop bag. I have,
Right.
so I'll use my phone. I'll be all right.
Yeah. I think I would. I think I'd call that guy and ask him to ship it. It's worth you having it. Um, Tell him to make a road trip. Come on, and play bolt action with you. But the other thing
That
is,
that would
yeah,
be the
sure, yeah, and you know, I'm just really looking forward to it. And if you guys, Moxie is located where again? Columbus, right?
Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great group of folks. Patrick has come out and supported our tournament. Good people, good price support, good store. I don't know if their tournament's full yet, but if you got a chance to swing over, even if you just have a chance to swing over and meet those guys, go check them out. Go give Moxie some support. It's one of the few stores in Georgia still supporting, other than us, that's still actively supporting bolt action. Florida's got a pretty good scene, but man, Georgia's really kind of dried up a little bit, and it's nice to see somebody carrying the flag and helping get new people into the hobby. So there we go. Don't know if I'm sold yet on doing the Russians. Right now, I got Germans, British, and Americans. That
yeah.
seems to keep me pretty busy. My wife might disown me if I picked up another army.
Yeah.
I think the standing rule is I have to paint everything I have, so I probably won't be adding another army for a while. Besides that, I'm hip deep in knights, sergeants, and peasants for Barons War and Blood and Crowns. Uh, and those may end up getting transitioned over to Warhammer Ancients Sieges and Hail Caesar Black Prince, because I have a lot of guys. But yeah, there's the Russians. The Russians are coming. We've got the book on pre-order. We've got some of the new kits on pre-order. I think I need to update a few more in the store. You're looking at Randy's U.S. Army list. There's something different. So as you look at your book and want to try something, think about different ways you can run your forces for tournaments. First rule is have fun. Rule of cool. What else you got for us, Mr. Randy?
Well, so I was thinking, if you ever watch Star Trek,
All the
uh,
time.
this is one thing that the phone does that the laptop can't. But when you see Star Trek and the ship is shaking, they're not the ship. They're actually shaking the camera, right? So I could be like,
Oh. All right. If I upcheck on my keyboard, it's your fault. Just say it.
uh,
I love it. Randy, great job doing the work around with the tech. And folks, I hope you've enjoyed the show. Randy and I love the hobby, love the game, a lot of fun. Going to try and get the game of something in this week. Probably going to be Blood and Plunder. Brent wants to get something in, so we may try and run some Blood and Plunder tomorrow or Saturday. But there you go. All right. I think that's all we have, folks. Again, click that like button. Randy doesn't have his mouse handy, so you're going to have to look at mine.
Yeah.
There we go. There. Click that button there. Click like, share with your game groups, share with your chat groups. Help us grow the channel. Do what you can to support us. You can support us on Patreon.
I'm having too much fun here.
You can support us on Patreon, $5 a month. Buys us a cup of coffee. Lord knows this is thirsty work. And of course, support the store. If you see something that if we don't have something, we're official stockists for Warlord and War Games Atlantic. So if there's something that they have that I don't, give me a shout. I can even get some of the Perry stuff through Warlord.
Hmm.
So that's pretty good. And that's kind of useful because I just read that Perry is one of the companies that is not shipping to the US because of the tariffs.
Wow.
However, there is a range of Perry that I can get from Warlord. And by the way, Warlord's talking about a 10% surcharge on all their kits. So be looking to see our prices go up a little bit. Again, we discount as much as we can, but when a major price increase comes through, I've got no choice but to pass it on because I gotta keep the lights on. But yeah, so I can get Perry miniatures, through Warlord, so that's pretty cool. But y'all let us know if you like the idea of this army. Let us know in the comments section. If you have something that you've run, let us know. If there's something you'd like to see us tackle, between Randy and I, we can do any number of combinations of British, German, and American armies. So,
So, Mike,
go ahead.
here's something to chew on.
Oh no.
So right now the British don't have horses, but when the Commonwealth book comes out, they probably will, and we could have Gurkhas mounted on horses.
Oh my gosh. Because Gurkhas on foot aren't bad aren't bad enough. Now what you probably will have is Indian troops mounted on horses, because the Indians fielded a number of cavalry units. Again, that'll be fun. But if it's a general cavalry rule like they have for the U.S., oh my gosh, that'll be too much fun. You're an evil man.
I would
that.
have to do that if
yes,
it
you
was
would.
available. The Gurkhas are back. We're riding you down.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now I can pretty much tell you the Gurkhas never got anywhere near horses. And I would almost bet they probably aren't too fond of them overall.
Yeah.
They're little guys for one thing. And I know I've got
Getting on the horse would be they're afraid of heights, so they probably no, they got airborne, so they can't be afraid of heights.
I was gonna say they ain't afraid of nothing, but they probably don't want to deal with getting on a horse. But yeah, I am sure if Gurkha cavalry is an option, because didn't you do like Gurkha paratroops?
Well, yeah, Gurkha paratroops were a thing. I actually never ran them,
right?
But I think I would, just to
why not?
Yeah, flamethrowers wouldn't bother them at all. Man.
It's like, that just singed the hair on my arm a little bit. Now I'm going to break out my kiri and open you up like a fish. Wow. Very good, Randy. Okay. Thanks a lot, folks. Hope you've had as much fun listening as we've had doing this, because this has been an absolute blast. And be watching for us next week when we recap Randy's hopefully good showing at Moxie. He'll certainly have fun. Yeah. And Randy, you'll have to tell us how the TO reacts to you having a cavalry list. It's like, no vehicles, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Okay, y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.